Kim here, Director of Communications for the Arizona Senate Republicans, and joining me today is Senator Vince Leach of District 11. You had two very important bills that passed this session, really advocating for small business owners. And the first one is SB 1001. This has to do with social media and some fallout that customers are providing against some of these business owners. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's the first bill. SB 1001 is the first bill of the numbering system that we have. This bill was brought to me by East Valley Chamber, and what they're seeing, and after we got into the bill and talked with other people about the facts of the bill and how widespread it was, seems as though we have a major problem that's already developed with people going into restaurants or people going into places of business. And it's not only food places, but it's also people that provide services and said, if you don't do this, this, and this for me, I'm going to go on the social media site, or I'm going to go on one of the sites that ranks you, that rates you, and write in bad comments. And they're really extorting goods from the supplier or from the business, and that's wrong.
And a lot of these small businesses rely on things like Google reviews and Yelp reviews to attract new customers. So this can be very hurtful to them.
It can be. It's interesting because I look at them myself, and I shouldn't look at them because now that I know what's going on, you see one or two bad reviews and you say you're not going to go there. Now I know, well, I don't know if I can really trust that information, or was it extorted from that business owner. So important bill. Glad to pass it, and I've gotten more response even out of the valley and down where my district is in the Tucson market.
So an example of this sort of a problem might be a customer walks into a pizza shop, orders a pizza, says, I don't want to pay for this. Give me a discount. The business owner refuses, and then the customer goes back on Yelp and says, I found a hair in my pizza. Never go to this establishment again. And that's just wrong. So now this bill will classify this as theft by extortion.
It does, and the penalty is a Class 2 felony, which is 3 to 35 years. Wow. So there is a penalty. This is not a simple misdemeanor. So listen up, folks. Don't do this. It's bad form to begin with, but some people are doing it. We want to put an end to it. Businesses have enough problem coming out of COVID. Now with inflation, I just read this morning, different topic, but inflation for Arizona was at 9.1%. I don't need to tell you that. You're seeing that in your grocery basket every week. But businesses have enough problems with just living in the business world that we live in right now. Can't get people, food prices are high, and now people extorting things from them.
Yeah. Okay, so the next bill, super important, that you sponsored, SB 1157. This has to do with asbestos litigation. We've seen commercials all over the TV from law firms that are trying to call upon people that think they may have been involved with some sort of construction fallout leading to asbestos poisoning. Tell us a little bit about what this legislation does.
In my past life, I was in the foundry industry, and I was in and around asbestos. We didn't sell the product, but I was in and around and probably put my hand on some asbestos somewhere along the line. What the asbestos lawsuits are coming to is that now that they've gone after the large deep pockets, they are continually wanting to sue, and they're going deeper into the list. So if you work someplace and may have installed an asbestos product, it's not the company anymore, but you personally get sued. One steel company was named in 190,000 lawsuits.
Oh my goodness.
That you have to defend yourself. Yeah. And what they do is they just name you. It's called, what the process is calling in the industry, in the legal industry, from what I'm being told, it's overnaming. Now, you get out of it, named 1 or named 2 or named 3, can get out of it, but you have to go to court. Yeah. And that's not cheap. To have to go to court, defend yourself, show that you have no connection to it, This bill says right from the beginning, if you name somebody, you have to give the who, what, where, when, and how. I mean, the reason that you're naming, for example, naming you as a litigant.
So there has to be a good reason. You can't just pick any associates of the business and start targeting them with lawsuits, trying to get more money for your clients.
That's what the other side of the legal community, the other side being the side that is suing, that's what they are doing. As many as, in the studies that we looked at in presenting this bill to the various committees and to the members on the floor, was that somewhere around 90% of the overnaming legal people were dismissed from the case. Yeah. But they had to find a lawyer, they had to be dismissed, and the process is terrible. And if you were in a business, if you were part of a business, if you were a construction company, all your construction people could be named. Yeah. Well, if they were doing that as part of a job, they had to be defended somehow. Yeah. Very expensive. Good bill, very good bill. The overnaming. When this bill was first brought to me, I kind of looked at it and I thought, yeah, I kind of get it. Yeah. But then when you got into it, when I worked with the people that were the insurance companies and various other people that had been, in fact, overnamed, I said, this has got to be fixed. This is just wrong.
Well, we appreciate your efforts this legislative session. You continue to fight for small business owners, and this legislation certainly does prove that. Senator Vince Leach from District 11, thank you for joining us today.